Phase 5 has begun, and Disney's hoping Ant-Man brings in the big bucks. Because let's face it, when it came to Phase 4 sucks. Let's talk about this. What's up, guys? How you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Glad you stopped by. And if you're new and you're stopping by for a little visit, hey, how you doing? Glad you're here. But hey, do me a couple favors though. Go down and hit that subscribe button. Ring that bell. Make sure it says all so you know when the next video pops up. Hit that like button. And before you head out, drop a comment down below. And if you're one of the regulars here, welcome back for another round. Ask that you also hit that like button. Drop a comment down below, because we know YouTube does love the comments. And of course, share the video out on all the socials. Okay, also remember, check out the merch store. We're still doing raising funds for the Stuttering Foundation. And check out the playlists. And of course, also check out those featured channels. Okay, Marvel Phase 5 is officially underway with Wasp, Ant-Man, and whatever Mania. That's right, I said it right. And early reviews from some critics are not looking great, and this is a problem. Sorry, Kevin, you okay? Okay there? You still need to. How are your knees doing? You need some more chapstick? Okay. Now, in a previous video, I addressed some problems with Marvel that needed to be fixed in order to kind of save it. That being Phase 4 of the MCU, and also someone else addressed this recently. That being the amazing channel, the Critical Drinker, which is one of my feature channels, where he basically says he's done a series of why modern movies suck. And then he went specifically into why Marvel films suck. So I'm going to go over some of his points, and I'm going to leave the link to that video down below in the description. Definitely check out the Critical Drinker. And some of these points don't apply to whatever Mania, because this is the first thing of Phase 5. But let's just see what Drinker thought about Phase 4 of the MCU. And there are some parts that would definitely apply to Ant-Man. So, let's get into this. So, why Phase 4 sucked and why Phase 5 you should be worried. The first problem with Phase 4 was lack of direction, which was pretty obvious. This was just a mishmash of unconnected mess, and when it came to storytelling, it was a lot more interested in showing, hey, look at these new characters we have, but not tying it into the greater Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now, like I said, Ant-Man is the first thing of Phase 5, and supposedly this is going to be where the multiverse saga starts. Okay, so what was the point of Phase 4 then? I'm just saying. Second of all, was quantity over quality, and this was very apparent in Phase 4. Phase 4 had 6 films, 7 TV series, and 9 specials over a 2-year span, whereas Phases 1, 2, and 3 of the MCU, it was 23 films over the span of 11 years. Just over two Marvel pieces per year, as opposed to 7.5 over per year. Whew, overkill. And Phase 5 looks to be in the same slate. Now, there is, however, an article from the Direct that I'll leave a link down below. It shows that Disney Plus is going to be cutting back on some titles, there's definitely some fan fatigue, as it's just too much. You can't keep up with it, and the upcoming budget cuts. FYI, some of the titles from the Direct article were titles that I listed in Can Marvel Be Saved? That would be, what was it? Echo, uh, Agatha Harkness would definitely be gone, and What If season 2. So maybe I'm onto something. I'm just saying. Okay. Number 3 was hiring the wrong creatives. This was quite apparent, and this really started with Captain Marvel, where Kevin Feige. Again, you okay? Don't worry about it. Just I'll get you some new knee pads. You're fine. Would hire a bunch of mostly indie film directors with maybe a few titles under their belt, and throw them into these big budget, big CGI, big action sequences that they're just not ready for. And if you watch the director's commentary on Captain Marvel, you can definitely tell just by the way they're talking, they were not ready for this. And then when you do Chloe Zhao, who does a more docudrama type style, throwing her into the Eternals, a big budget, big cast, big over the top CGI stuff, clearly wasn't ready, and the quality suffered. So Ant-Man, Peyton Reed is still directing this. He was the director of the previous two. So that Ant-Man doesn't fall into that trap, but the only caveat is just because you guys got some consistency doesn't mean it's not going to suck. Number 4, and this I'm kind of lumping 2 points into one, which was to replace versus retire a character and the overblown MCU. So we're going to talk about this. So we got Scott Lang in his film, who's going to be flanked by Hope, which is Wasp, and his daughter Cassie, who will now be taking the name Stinger. So we also saw where Sam took over for Steve Rogers. Riri Williams is taking the place of Tony Stark. Shuri taking the place of T'Challa. Hulk is now we have She-Hulk. We got Clint is being replaced by Kate Bishop. Doctor Strange will be replaced by Kalia. Thor is raising his replacement Love. Sylvie, aka the Enchantress, and that's who she really is going to replace Loki. We got Natasha, who is Black Widow, should have just been retired, but no, we got Yelena, knockoff. And so my prediction on this, if this is the pattern, Stinger will replace Ant-Man. And this goes into a lot of the identity politics that was quite evident in a lot of the Disney Plus shows and in a lot of the films, as story was sacrificed for, as Drinker says, the message. And finally, over-reliance on CGI. This really can bloat a production budget with all the visual effects, and visual effects houses are not very happy with Marvel right now, so they got that issue to work out. And from what the trailers have been showing, we are completely in the quantum realm for about 90%. Going to be in the quantum realm for about 90% of this film. So we're going to be on green screen or the volume the entire time. Very expensive. And when you keep bloating your production budget, you make your margin for being able to pull off a profit that much smaller. So, for final thoughts on this, I have not seen this film yet, but don't worry, there will be a review next week, so definitely stay tuned for that. Drinker is just, he's been saying this stuff for quite some time, and I think Phase 5 is in for a big, rude awakening. I think the only good part of Phase 5 is going to be James Gunn's final installment with with Disney and Marvel, that being Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. And I'm not excited. I'm not. And I don't know why anyone should be. Marvel has given us crap for the last 2 years. But hey, these are just my thoughts. Now I'm going to turn it back over to you. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Do you think Ant-Man, Wasp, Ant-Man, whatever Mania is going to be great? Do you think Kang is going to be the big bad that we all need him to be? Or do you think it's going to be a big pile of CGI mess that's just going to rinse and repeat what was done with Phase 4 and the MCU? But let me know. And always, guys, thanks for stopping by. I will be back tonight, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern for Legion Talk for Friday Night's Royal Rumble. And again, starting the week again, and we got some news stories already coming out for last week's News Now. But hey, again, thanks for stopping by. And just remember, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, hey, thanks for sticking around this long. I appreciate that. And definitely share the video out on all the socials. But anyway, guys, once again, thanks for stopping by. Have a great weekend. Always have fun. Hashtag keep talking. And always keep that smile on your face. Toodles!